For me, when community members come to you and say you would be a good candidate for this, that counts for something. Originally, I thought, it's my academic background and I'm a sociologist and I understand people and networks and groups and institutions and how that all comes together. But as I've gone through this process, I feel I'm qualified because I'm rooted in this community and I understand intimately some of the details, the challenges, the opportunities, and I've had the absolute privilege and honor of getting to know people across so many sectors during my time here and during my work here. So yeah, we all have our circles that we run in, but I've just been blessed by these work opportunities and social opportunities, and through my multi-sector work and my relationships with other people, I feel I understand what unites us. And I could be a good voice for further unification and for moving us forward in a way that makes sense and in a way that's sustainable, in a way that meets everyone's needs. So I would say I'm qualified as a community member with a keen interest in how to reshape politics. I think the Sunshine Coast is unique for a couple of reasons. One, due to its proximity to the city, there's some movement back and forth in ways that you might not have on Vancouver Island. The ability to go into Vancouver and see a comedy show, or the ability to go skiing at night and yet come back to this beautiful place that feels a bit like an island and has that sort of sense of community but tied in. I think that's a unique advantage, and I think that's why a lot of people have chosen to make their home here. I also think that the growth of the Sunshine Coast over the last 19 years since I've lived here, and over the 30 years that I've been coming here, has been so substantial in terms of arts and culture and community and diversity and all the things that I love. And so we're starting to get, some of that dynamic city culture alongside the real small town feel with these close connections and the closeness to nature I think that balance is, I do think it's quite unique, and I think it's something that's drawn me here and lots of other people. There's a lot of local challenges here, but I think for every challenge, there's a lot of opportunities to address it in a number of different ways. I think, my background has always been in food and food insecurity, and so I think there's a real challenge there, not only in this region from my direct experience, seeing what I've seen on the daily through my day job, but understanding that we're talking about 1 in 4 households across Canada now facing some degree of food insecurity. There's obviously been a housing challenge here for the last 12, 15 years that doesn't seem to be getting any better, and that's really about the types of housing we need to be building, that the type of housing that works for our community. There's transportation challenges, obviously, with expanding public transit and more active transportation that's safe and reliable and a viable option for people of all ages to move around. Questions of poverty and low incomes and belonging and marginalization, which I'm also very passionate about. And then all the good things like the vibrancy of small businesses, and how do we support and build up these small businesses, because every Amazon truck that's coming off the ferry right now is a detriment to one of our local businesses. And I'm truly of the mindset that most of the things that you want are on the Sunshine Coast. If you can battle against convenience and time, we can find a lot of what we want here. And so there's a choice about how we spend our money to produce the kind of economy and the kind of jobs that young people can be proud of and want to be part of. So I want people to know that I am committed to the health, safety, security, sustainability of this region, and that I have the interests of our riding and our region at the forefront of what I'm doing. I want people to know that Green voices in the legislature are absolutely crucial to hold power accountable. But at the end of the day, I am a representative of Powell River, Cothette, Sunshine Coast, and I want to be that voice. And I want to take both my experience, my understanding, my expertise, along with the concerns of my community, and I want to carry those forward. And I feel that this is our moment, and there's an opportunity here, both a political moment, but also a cultural moment to put someone with a history of community values, a history of community work and engagement in the legislature. And that's how we start to address some of our local issues while also working for the province as a whole. Our main message is get out and vote, because this is your chance to make a difference. This is the chance to vote for something rather than against something. And this is the time to use a strategic vote to go with a party that is really ready for change and ready for something different. And I feel it from the community that they're ready for something different. And I can be the messenger of that difference, and the Greens are the best platform for our community to feel the impacts locally and to be part of a political movement that we need right now.